First cut of anything kind of as a practice, and you can see the machine's running. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I'm cutting, what I think it's supposed to be doing, and what's working and what's not working. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is the part that we're making. Now at this stage, well, you know what, let's do one other thing first. We've got the cyclone running. I'm going to unplug this. Now you can hear that most of the sound was coming from the vacuum. So what we have right here, we've got something that we're carving onto a white board. It really doesn't look like very much at this point. If we come over to this computer, you can see this is what we're cutting out. Now we're running our feeds pretty slow because I have a lot of problems with the gantry. This gantry has a lot of issues. Right over here, we've got these two bearings right here. And unfortunately, they're not stable. And if you watch this one bearing over here from this side, it'll actually lift up off the ground. So we got to keep our speed real slow right now. And we have all these parts that are cracked. This is cracked, 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 and a lot of things. The bolts on here, as we got the bearings on the other side, it's just not very stable. So, you know, unfortunately, I'm working with a machine that is not stable. So, one of the first things that I'll be doing, funny to say, that the machine is repaired or finished, one of the first things that I'll be doing is repairing the entire gantry. I'm going to take all these parts that are made out of MDF, which is a basic wood, and we're going to be converting them all over to aluminum. Now this particular thing that I'm cutting out is a drawing, and it has over 500,000 lines of code. That's what this thing's doing. It's doing 500,000 lines of code. It'll take a couple of hours because I've got it running so slow. But the next time you see it, I'm going to show you the finished product. We can see just what we did here. Real happy with this. Let me go ahead and move the vCarve out of the way with the reset. Let's get it. Send it. Oh, whoops. Actually. I had put a fan up here. And the hose clamp grabbed into the fan. It's actually inside the fan. It's nice. Well, I was just playing with trying to keep the cover motor cool. And it actually went up into the fan. That was funny. Alright, didn't do any damage. Right, well, damage. Oh, actually, it's only half the damage. Let's take a look at what we have. We've got the finished artwork. Pretty nice. Let me bring the actual picture over. Set them side by side. There we go, right there. Overall, I think it turned out okay. There are some issues. You can see one of them right here. This issue was caused by the bearing shaking. So we need to tighten them up. But we'll work on that. That's not too bad. Okay, we're looking at the very first thing I've ever cut. And this is actually a door for cabinets. This is 500,000 lines of code, and it's just what's referred to as a vCarve. So there's actually depth in there. It's not very deep. I think I set the depth at about just a little more than 1/4 of an inch, under 1/4 of an inch. And this is actually the first thing I've ever cut. And, you know, it seems like it was just a lot of play, but I need to learn how to do this. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good.